Hi, today we are going to talk about demand and supply. COVID-19 has given impact to the gardenia company. Let's take a look. Before that, we are going to determine what is demand and what is supply. Demand is the quantity of a good that consumers are willing and able to purchase at various prices during a given period of time. As we can see from the graph, law of demand have negative relationship between price and quantity, and the graph will be downward sloping. When the price is increased, the quantity will be decreased. Contrawise, when the price is decreased, the quantity will be increased. Determinant of demand. The first one is number of buyers. The higher number of buyers will in the market create a great demand for goods and services. This will affect demand. For example, the higher number of buyers in Selangor, demand for houses and other goods and services will so increase. The second one is level of taxation. The higher the rates, the lower the purchasing power of consumer and vice versa. This will lead to the decrease in demand. For example, if the government reduces tax by 10%, consumer will have more money to spend on goods and services. Me as a consumer, if I have money, I can buy anything that I want. This increases the demand for goods and services. So now, what is supply? Supply is the willingness and ability of producer to create goods and services to take them to the market. Supply is positively related to the price given. At the higher prices, there is an incentive to supply more as higher price may generate increased revenue and profits. As you can see from the graph, law of supply have a positive relationship between price and quantity, and the graph will be upward sloping. When the price increase, the quantity will be increased, but when the price decrease, the quantity will be decreased. Determinant of supply. The first one is number of supply. The larger the number of firms supplying the product and the larger the quantity supplied for the product and vice versa. For example, if there is an increasing in the number of cafeterias on the university campus, the supply of goods and drinks will be increased. The second one is technology advancement. Advancement in technology is the most important to influence on supply. New technologies that enable producers to use few factors production will lower the cost of production and increase supply. For example, when new technology was introduced in paddy harvesting, the supply of rice increased. This is introduction of Gardenia Company. Gardenia Bakery Sdn Bhd is a joint venture company of Singapore listed food group. There are also operations in the Gardenia Singapore and the Philippines and a Malaysia company. Gardenia has been actively involved in the charitable causes because every day the company will deliver fresh bread to over 61 charitable organizations like orphanage, old folk home and center for disabled. There are several types of products of Gardenia such as Gardenia low-fat fiber meal range, Delicia waffle, Twiggies and many more. During COVID-19, Gardenia has faced some issues. The demand of Gardenia bread increased ever since the movement control order MCO had been enforced due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The second one, it causes a shortage of supply situation as manufacturers struggle to meet the increase of demand. The third one is Gardenia Bakery Sdn Bhd revealed statement that they will not be able to meet their supply of the product in the market as the price will be the same. In a brief statement, it stated that factories have already reached their maximum production. There's hope. Impact of COVID-19 to the law of bread. Shift in demand curve. A changes in demand occur when the quantity of goods demanded changes even though price remains the same. During the MCO, people get panic and went into panic buying mode. As such, a ton of food products were snapped out including bread. Factor. The number of Gardenia bread buyers is increasing. This will be shift in demand curve. When the price of Gardenia bread is Rm 6.50 on DO.8, the quantity demanded of Gardenia bread is 2 units. When the number of buyers increases, the demand curve will shift from D0 to D1. Thus, at the same price of 6 ringgit 50 cent point B, The quantity demanded now is 4 units. We can see it increase in demand. Solution in order to fulfill the demand from customer. Gardenia Bakeries KL has been increasing its bread production to 2.2 million a day to meet the demands of the consumer during a movement control period. The company is doing their best by working 24 hours a day to increase production to meet customer needs. The Gardenia company has reached its maximum production, but the supply can only meet 60% of demand from all over Peninsula Malaysia. Suggested solution: the government needs to take part to set the limit on bread purchased by consumer because the company has reached its maximum production due to the high demand. The consumer need to be considerate of other consumer when buying the bread as the quantity is limited. Benefits for consumer: consumer can buy Gardenia bread because the company has increased its production to the maximum reach. Due to that, the quantity of the bread will increase and consumer can avoid waste of food due to the limit on bread purchase, and bread has a short period of expiry date.